Squad? It's your boy Ghost, and I'm back for another one. As you all know, New York City is one of the biggest cities in the world, known as the city that does not sleep, and a place where many people around the world aspire to visit. Which makes sense if you got some money to spend for a vacation and haven't been here yet. There are so many things to do. But is New York a good city to live? That's the question. Well, the answer is absolutely not. The NYC living experience is one that has been well documented by now. Studies, data, and even bloggers highlight the problems that are going on in the city. So I thought I can join in on this trend and explain in detail, as someone who grew up here, why I'm moving out and why you shouldn't think of investing your future plans on coming here, unless you are rich, of course. In that case, this video doesn't necessarily apply to you. Well, now that I think about it, even if you are papered up, that still does not guarantee your living experience will be great here, and I'll explain why just in a second. First, you should always have some kind of a plan in mind when looking to move to places, and people have different reasons for doing so. That being said, I ask you, people in the audience, what exactly is something that you desire when wanting to move? What do you prioritize? Safety for yourself and for your family? Career opportunities? Better housing or commute to a job? Whatever it is, I'll argue that New York City overall does not provide those benefits in a way that you think. And as a disclaimer, I just want to say that as someone who was born and raised here, I can speak on this at the behalf of my experience living in this trash dump and can break down each of the reasons why it's best for you to stay away in the meantime. Now, I'm sure you've heard that NYC is very expensive over and over again. Well, that's because it's true and beyond your imagination. Let's do a breakdown, shall we? The average income earner here in the United States varies from research studies, but from what I've been looking into, it seems as of this year, the median annual income of full-time workers hovers somewhere between $40,000 to $50,000. So to be fair, let's say you're in this mix, okay? You're among the average American looking to move to New York City. Well, what are you going to look at first? There's nothing in Manhattan. The average cost of rent is about $3,000 to $5,000, which would take up either all or most of your money. So good luck with that. And what about the outer boroughs like Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, Staten Island? It honestly doesn't even change that much either. Finding a place to live that is considered decent will take up half of the money that you make every month, assuming you're not roommating, I guess. And to be honest, in my opinion, you should never roommate. Living amongst random strangers can cause all sorts of problems because 1, you don't know them, 2, people can steal stuff and are noisy, and that is very annoying, trust me. But let's say you cave in. You get this newly expensive place in like the Bronx or something.
Oh, hell no!
Bruh. Okay, bruh, come on. I mean, I don't know any rational person who looks forward to being in the Bronx because it's wild as hell. But that's another thing. Crime is all over the place here in New York, and it's just been getting worse over the years. To be honest, that is a deal breaker for most people when moving. Sure, you can't guarantee safety of yourself and your family nowhere at all times, but there is a scale, right? And certain places are just more horrible than others, and it's not worth the trouble going through. Imagine having to watch your back every day non-stop because of how bad your neighborhood is. Now you may say, okay Ghost, damn, I get it, but it's not like it gets worse, right? Yes, it does, because now you still have to deal with the biggest problem of all, in my opinion, which is the transportation. If you live in New York City, commuting to work, assuming your job is not literally down the street from you, will be the worst experience of all. I promise you, either driving, which by the way, you should not do here. 1, because everyone is doing the same thing. Traffic alone will make you late to work every single day unless you purposely wake up even earlier to get there on time. And who wants to do that? Drivers are the worst in New York because they are unbelievably rude and disrespectful. Road rage here makes people go from 0 to 100 in less than a second. But just to add icing on the cake, the parking, oh my God. How and where are you going to find parking? It's either you spend too much time finding a parking space, or you're gonna have to cave in and cough up a lot of money to a private lot just for convenience. So because of this problem, it forces everyone to travel on the subway, which brings on the next problem. The train system, aka the MTA, is absolutely terrible. The stations are disgusting. There's rats all over the place. And not to mention, it's packed full of people. You gotta understand, guys. There are 9 million people up to date who live here in New York City, spread throughout 5 little islands. That means as soon as you step outside your house, you will be surrounded by people. It's vastly different from many of the places that you guys come from. You can't even stretch. It's so bad, you can't even stretch outside and take it all in without hitting someone behind you. So do you see what I'm saying, squad? I had to explain this stuff and break down to you just how bad things are in New York City. There are 2 sides to it. One in which you see in commercials on TV, then there's the reality of living here. There are so many more problems I can get into, such as homelessness, which has gone out of control, pollution, the air quality is terrible, and others, but I like to keep my videos at a certain length, and I feel like you've gotten the point by now. Plus, by the time you even get your check, you can't even enjoy it hanging out because your money has to go to other things such as bills, rent, transportation, car, food, and a whole bunch of things. New York City is by far one of the worst places in the United States to live. I would say globally, but I don't know how bad it is in other cities in foreign lands. So I'm just going to stick to this country. It will financially and mentally drain you, and not everyone is fit for that. So save yourself the trouble, squad, and stay the fuck away. But let me know, what do you guys think about New York City? Tell me in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video and supporting the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.